Oh my god, okay, we're live for audio. And now we're live for video. It's I'm sorry guys, it's been a little bit rough trying to get everything put together here. We've designed a new overlay. Hopefully it's going to make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. And in the process, we had a few technical difficulties getting started, so I apologize that we're starting a good 10 minutes later than what we meant to. So as soon as I get a thumbs up from Mr. Producer that our audio is looking okay, I will go ahead and hi. We good?
All good.
Sweet. Okay. Well then, let's get started with tonight's Tiermora. Oh boy, this is gonna be a doozy. It's gonna be a doozy of a night. So, does anybody else want to take over the letting us know what happened the last session, or is that gonna be me?
I can if you'd like me to.
You're pointing at no one for me, but okay. Oh no, that's me on the stream, isn't it? Damn it. Yeah, if you want to, you go ahead.
Okay, so we ventured in deeper into the swamp. We woke up and we found one of our party members missing, along with the horse. Um, could not find any evidence that anything dastardly happened, but couldn't figure out which way the horse had gone either. Um, so we also ended up having a very not so much of a nice sleep. We had some yelling, some what sounded like screaming in the swamp. We ended up going to investigate and found that it was not. We ended up finding that it was a some creatures in the swamp luring people in to be eaten. Once we figured that out, we retreated back to the camp and continued our night's worth of sleep, where Bubba ended up with nightmares, or I rather should say, Dee Dee ended up having nightmares through the night and not feeling so rested the next morning. And now we are about to wake again and look to our leader through the swamp, Krillock, for a hopefully another safe day travel through the swamp.
Very much good. You may have inspiration for a wonderful explanation of the last session.
I already had inspiration. Does anyone need it? I can pass it along.
I saw two fingers go up there.
I mean,
Who who needs it?
come on, come
I'm
on.
gonna
pass it to
if
anybody.
If Dee Dee doesn't have it, I'd give it. I would pass it along to Dee Dee because he's gonna need it.
Fair enough.
Come on, I'm having nightmares over here. Thank you.
All right, so Dee Dee, you're taking the inspiration for that recap. All right, so you wake pretty early. You're starting to pack up camp. Um, well, I should say you probably have breakfast first. You know that you're gonna have at least this is your third day in the swamp, I believe, and you have an estimated 7 to 8ish, as long as you maintain a proper pace through the swamp. So you know that you've got at least another 6 days, at least another 6 days going through. Um, so yeah, Dee Dee, you're not feeling quite well rested this morning, but you guys can take it away as far as what you're doing for your morning routines. Is there anything that anybody wants to get into?
I'm gonna eat my breakfast really quick. Krillock is gonna eat his breakfast really quick and start cleaning up, like rolling up his bedroll, getting everything like ready to go. Like he's ready to turn and burn. Get the hell out of here.
Anybody want breakfast? I figured I would make breakfast again.
I'm good.
I'll take some. You know, I'll take that.
Okay.
that
Yep. Yeah.
cabbage.
some cabbage. I'll make some cabbage. I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing up a small pot of cabbage as everyone is preparing. Get it boiling up, and sprinkle some another twist in my my spice weasel there. Let me go ahead and knock that down to 3 uses left. I'm gonna mix that up while everybody is gathering up camp. And Dee Dee, do you mind helping me take my tent down while the cabbage is going?
I, normally
I'm kidding. I don't have a tent.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't want to interrupt my normal routine of doing my morning stretching and.
Oh, the yoga. Yes,
yeah, my
I'm
yoga.
going to avert my eyes.
Wow. While you're waiting for the cabbage, would you like to join me?
Oh, no. As I rub my big fat belly.
Fair enough.
Make so you're around your stew pot cooking this cabbage.
Yeah.
I would like for you to make a perception check, please. All right, Dee Dee, are you there having a conversation with him as well?
I don't think I've walked off yet. No, so yeah, it'd be
Okay, then you go on ahead and do the same. Dang. All right.
yeah. What about that exhaustion?
Yeah. How's that for disadvantage, DM? So as you're standing there and you're having this conversation with Carrick, like you're standing there talking to Carrick about everything, you notice that there's this squirrel it's a pretty small squirrel, actually. Like even comparative to other squirrels, it's almost like a pygmy squirrel size, is kind of making its way across the land bridge that connects where you guys had set up your campsite at. So it's kind of slowly making its way across, and you can see as it's moving forward, and then it stops and looks, and then kind of skitters forward again and stops and like puts its head up and looks. And it seems to be making its way towards you and Carrick.
And I noticed this.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to instantly point. I say, "Oh, look at that! That majestic little creature."
It's just a squirrel.
Yeah, but look, it's cuter than the other squirrels. But
Tiny. Oh, is that a baby squirrel?
As soon as you lift your arm up and like, oh, look at that, and you're gesturing towards it, it freezes.
it's shy.
It's a squirrel.
It's a tiny squirrel. It's a baby
Squirrels
squirrel.
have feelings too.
I bet you can't
You're
catch it.
a turtle.
Turtle.
You know I could cook
Turtle.
that
I'm
squirrel.
sorry. I didn't mean to mispronounce
Squirrel
your
stew is delicious.
race. Or I should have said that. That was very vulgar.
Do you want to go? What? Go get the squirrel. I bet you can't pick up the squirrel.
I could cook it. Just if you bring it over here, I can save it for later. And we can...
What would we eat from that?
Squirrel stew, of course.
There's nothing to it.
It's a little baby squirrel.
It's the flavoring. You can eat anything.
I'm gonna start walking over to the baby squirrel.
Just about anything.
Wait. Is there like? Do I see nuts, or like? Does he have nuts in his shit, or, like his bag that I can see?
If you'd like to rifle through Carrick's sack for nuts, I guess you could try.
Are we referring to me or is the squirrel?
We lost Krillock. He's gone. He's done. I mean, he found a cucumber in his sack last time. Who knows what he'll find in there?
That's what I'm meaning. I don't know. I'm gonna be rude, and if his bag's like loose, I'm gonna start rummaging through it to see what I can find.
Hey, get out of there! And I'm gonna take my bag. I'm gonna cinch it up, get his hand. You never go
Could
through.
I make like?
a-
Could
a
I have
wizard's
seen something? And could I have like if I saw it like real quick? Could I like? Was there something there that I could have snagged?
I wouldn't have had any nuts if that's what you're asking.
There's,
There, yeah, no, there might be like I'd probably have some carrots and things like that right there and there. Yeah.
then I would have snagged the carrot if I could have had time to snag it before he snagged it from.
Well, you know what? The best way to do something like this then is I would like to
Roll.
get a sleight of hand from you, and I would like just a general like a dex saving throw from you, Carrick. Oh dear God!
Get good.
Even with exhaustion,
Get good.
so even
Yeah. I don't even see it. I'm just gonna take my bag. Just don't be going through my things. I'm gonna cinch the bag up and put it around my my shoulder and
you snuck a carrot out of the bag.
All right, I'm gonna walk up to the squirrel with the carrot.
don't even know if the squirrel's gonna like a carrot.
Outreached, like.
So you kind of step forward. You try to like slowly kneel down, offer the carrot
I'm
out.
actually more nervous going up to the squirrel.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem to be too afraid. It seems to be staring you down in a sense, not like violently staring you down like it's sizing you up, but it seems like for your size to be approaching it, it's watching you move and it just sits there watching as you hold the carrot out. And
I'm gonna try to go as close as I can to actually put the carrot in its face.
all right. So you start getting the carrot towards its face, and it without like it's looking you in the face, and without really breaking that contact, it just kind of reaches out and grabs the carrot and takes it and starts nibbling.
I'm gonna walk back. You know, if there's like cameras at this time, you know, that would have been like the selfie that he would have took, DD.
Instagram the
Yeah.
baby squirrel with the carrot.
You didn't get the squirrel.
Wow.
You're supposed to get it.
Oh no, I fed it.
Wait, are you guys ready yet?
I'm gonna turn with the pot and it's gonna be ready and I'm gonna be putting some into some a bowl for Dee Dee and a bowl for me. There's plenty left if anyone likes some.
Oh, the cabbage is done.
Lily's
Yeah.
being exceptionally quiet. What is Lily doing?
She is turned, faced away from everybody, and humming a little tune while working on something on her lap.
I'd notice that. I'm gonna take a bowl over to her. Here, eat. You need to eat.
And you would have noticed that your quarterstaff is along her lap, and she's just like etching something into it slowly.
What are you doing?
Well, here. It's better now. I put a ruin in it, and it'll help you.
You ruined it.
No, a ruin.
A rune. A rune.
Yes.
Let me see. I would like to examine it, and I'll look at it. Nice. What does it do?
Well, sometimes when we try and focus our magical energy through objects, we fizzle out, and this will help you not do that.
Oh, nice. So it sort of can help me focus. I like it. I'll have to try it out when the time comes. That's nice. Here, eat. And I'm going to take a look at the take a look at it.
I have sent you the description.
I got it.
I want to see the description.
Can't see it. It's a +10 to attack with a
I
+100
see
to burning.
everything.
There you go, DM.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
So that is my 2. I have no more. And the next one that I do will make Krillok's axe very basic again.
Yeah, I think you should stop doing what you're doing.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
You sure you don't want to you want to redo it? Like reset the counter on my axe?
It takes like almost all night.
All right, never mind.
So
Come on, let's go.
Oh,
We've got a lot of ground to
Continuously
cover.
yawning.
Okay, so I'm going to estimate here that it's been about 15 minutes worth of sitting around and eating. And then was everything packed up or like, because I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to get it's very important that I have a time
Yes.
frame.
we packed up
would've
our
ate and
sleeping
then packed up.
bags.
Okay, while you're packing up, DD, the squirrel is kind of following you around, and it just kind of like stops behind you, and it watches you, whatever you're doing, and it's just kind of like nomming on that carrot.
Okay, so it is like how far behind me is it?
I mean, it's keeping a safe distance. What it would see at a safe distance, I would think. It's not. I mean, it's still close-ish. I'd say probably within 10 feet-ish.
I'm going to stop what I'm doing and try to reach out to like pet the squirrel.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Oh, you ready for this roll?
Yes, because this is probably going to be the one with disadvantage that you will fuck up.
Now you're gonna get rabies on top of everything else.
I'm sorry.
Still not bad. God damn it. All right, so you reach out and it gets a little bit closer. It's gonna sort of like it's gonna take it, it's gonna put what's left of the carrot in its teeth and just kind of like grab a hold of your hand if you let it. It's gonna start like climbing up onto your hand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop this.
Okay.
Krillok, what is he doing? Like,
I have no idea.
is that normal for this swamp? Like a squirrel out
No,
in the middle of the swamp?
not at all. Well, I mean, squirrels, yes, but like them doing
In a
it.
swamp?
I think there's trees, there's food. Oh, I assume so.
I'm gonna like try to whisper, but lose my cool and be like, I am one with nature.
The squirrel crawls up your arm, carrot still in mouth, kind of like one of the old timey like pirate movies with the dagger in the mouth. It's just gonna climb up your arm until it gets up on your shoulder. It's gonna sit there and look at everybody else, kind of looking around the campsite. Take the carrot out and start nomming.
I would like to lower my goggles and inspect this thing from a distance to see if there's anything magical about it.
Do your goggles do detect magic or just Arcana checks?
They do Arcana checks,
Don't
but
be
it's
oogling the
information about a
squirrel.
creature or an object.
Okay. Roll an Arcana check. I mean, I just got the finger, y'all, like the weight finger.
I have advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the roll, so yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, it as far as you can see, I mean, it's just a squirrel.
It's a lot to go on there.
It's got a bushy tail. It's a little bit smaller than most squirrels. I mean, you would know since you're closer to their level. You see them more often.
Do
And
I
it
see
makes
her
squirrel
paying
robot.
attention? Do I see her paying attention to it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's wrong, Billy?
It's all right. So TD's nice. DD's nice, but I don't feel like he's very one all the time with animals, and that squirrel is not acting normal. Like, I've studied squirrels, man. Do you know how hard it is to put robotic squirrels together? And that's not a normal squirrel. I mean, it is, but that's. mm.
I just kind of stand it. So you think maybe it's not a real squirrel? Do you think it? No, couldn't be. I mean, maybe we could look at it. I would like to look at it close. Investigation.
Right. So you're trying to get closer to look at the squirrel, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get super close. Just I want to get close enough to where I can see it, and I want to do an investigation to see if it does it look like a real squirrel. I want to investigate it. Does it look robotic? I mean, that kind of thing. I'll do an investigation. Take a look.
Yeah. If you're not trying to get like close enough to really look closely, you know what I'm saying? Then it's going to be an investigation, but it will be at disadvantage, which is
Oh, I'm gonna get close enough to see it, so I'll probably get within like 5 feet of it. I would say. I'll walk over to him and I'm gonna talk to Dee Dee about it and do it nonchalantly. So I'll walk over to Dee Dee and I'll say, "Ah, you have a friend."
You're gonna get a carrot in the face.
you're just with your close proximity. You can tell that it's a little uncomfortable, and it starts to kind of shift from the shoulder that's closer to you, like around the neck and onto the other side, like just to add a little like a layer between you and it. But I mean, it
Don't worry,
moves like
Lily.
a squirrel.
I would like to use my passive. I'll use my passive investigation instead of my roll if I can.
Well, it moves like a squirrel. It seems to be a squirrel. It's fuzzy. It doesn't appear to be. I mean, it's not like a clockwork squirrel. It doesn't
Okay.
appear to be mechanical.
Oh my god, guys, it's a squirrel. Let's move it.
I mean, I go back to Liz. It looks like a little squirrel to me, and I'm just gonna walk by and start packing up my can.
Could have been on the road like 20 minutes ago, but you guys are so invested in this squirrel.
So as he's on my shoulder, or it, pronouns, um, I'm gonna continue packing up. Is he's still chilling?
Yeah, just hanging out.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna gather my gear.
Looks like we have a new party member. Let's go.
Fair.
I hope the squirrel can fight.
All right.
Cool.
So as you say, I hope the squirrel can fight, and everybody's shouldering their bags. Everything's packed up, and you're getting ready to walk off. Arizona, the spell expires, and suddenly there's a halfling female that is sitting. It looks like she was trying to be crouching on her legs on your shoulder, carrot still in hand, but as she sprouts, she kind of loses her balance. I need you to make it just a deck save.
Who?
That's awesome.
Both of us, or
No, you're fine.
Seriously, wow.
All right, so all right, as you come back to your full form and everything clicks, like you no longer have the squirrel brain anymore. Now everything clicks. You remember everything, but it's like everything clicks into place and you realize but as you're processing all this, you realize that you're falling towards the ground. And as you land, your feet come out from under you and you're just kind of sitting on your backside now behind your friend who gave you breakfast.
Hello?
I told you.
You did, but it definitely was
Ow.
like a real not mechanical at all.
I am so confused.
Apparently, it's not a squirrel.
Yeah, I was attacked. And now I'm here.
You were attacked by a squirrel?
Wait, so are you a squirrel or not a squirrel? Which way did this magic go?
I'm not a squirrel.
But you were a squirrel?
I was a squirrel. Cursed.
Wait, you were a squirrel at birth or like not a squirrel at birth?
I was a squirrel for not too long ago. No.
So
Like literally a second ago, you were
cursed.
sitting on my shoulder eating a carrot.
I have not always been a
Cursed.
squirrel. Cursed.
So you were
Yes, cursed.
cursed. I see. You got into an altercation. Someone turned you into a squirrel. Makes perfect sense. I'm ready to go, Kerlock, if you are.
Um,
Should I feel like we're missing some steps here.
yeah. What's your name, little girl?
Oh
Ari.
shit!
My
Sorry.
name is
Yeah,
Ari.
Ari. Where are you going? Which way you headed?
And how
Through
did
the
you get
swamp.
here? And who
I'm
turned you into a squirrel?
looking for my
And why would they do
father.
that?
Oh
Looking
my
for your
god.
father.
She's magical.
I am not magical. I'm just cursed. Why am I magical?
Oh, did you not do that to yourself?
I did not do that. No, I was attacked.
Oh,
I was
oh. Hey, Carrick, you know you got your magic book. You know, like how sometimes people can make people in, like, you know how I like tried to turn into the mouse, but that was my choice.
Mhm,
Other
mhm.
people could do that. You know, yeah.
it was a
Yeah,
wand.
there's a spell that I have heard of called polymorph. I don't know it myself, but that's probably what happened to the poor child.
And not okay.
Are you
Go ahead,
okay?
sit down at a tree and start knitting.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I checked myself.
You're not hurt?
You find yourself to be in perfect health. All of your equipment is still intact. Everything that you would expect to be there is there.
I am fine. Thanks.
Oh, I'm really
Just
glad we
startled.
didn't cook her.
Me too.
Wait, do you remember me telling them to cook you?
I remember being a squirrel.
Well, I was gonna eat you, but I'm glad we didn't.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
you
not sure
remember
you'd
who
be
did
like.
it?
I'm sorry. What was I missed that.
Do you remember who did it to you?
Yeah, random tree witch.
I'm gonna start
There's a
looking at the
witch.
trees. I'm looking at trees now.
Okay, wait. Now
You
we
would-
got to worry about people in the water, and now we got tree people.
Well, she was.
This place is not very friendly.
I'm ready to get out of this forest now, Kerlak. Stop knitting. Let's go.
Oh, you guys are finally ready to go.
Well, what are we doing?
Oh, did you hear that,
what are
tree
we
witch?
doing
I
with
don't
the
want to be
child?
turned into a squirrel.
We can't,
I-
we can't leave a child in the woods or the swamp or this.
First of all, that's
Child can
very
come with-
racist. We're not children. We're just small people. And I feel like maybe we should take her to where we're going so that way at least she's not stuck in the swamp.
Oh, she's one of your. Oh, she's a halfling. Oh, I thought she was a child too. Oh, I feel stupid.
Yes. I'm a halfling.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. It's life with being this size.
I'm still a little disappointed about the squirrel thing, but I was kind of growing attached to you as a squirrel.
Thanks. I think
I think I know what my next project is.
You have projects? We're getting off topic here. Didn't you want to move
Let's
out?
go.
I already got my gear packed. I mean, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know which way to go. So
Lily's gonna like struggle to get on Krillik's shell.
Sorry,
Right
out of
there.
character, but can you hear me? Is this better for the chat people?
You are better, yeah.
I switched mics.
Well, I had cranked you up to 200, and they said that was good.
Oh,
boy.
okay.
We might be blowing ears out now. Okay, we still good?
I can turn my gain up more. Oh, good. All right. Sorry, didn't
Okay.
mean to interrupt the flow of things.
No, you're good. I'm actually kind of surprised that the flow has been so quick to like, let's just hit the road here. I thought there'd be a lot more questions. I'm not prepared.
But yeah, if you guys are offering
Yeah.
passes through the swamp, I will go with you.
Yeah, well, we can talk on the way. Tree witch. I want to get away from trees at this point. I am still looking at trees.
Well, it's going to be obvious. It was a house, and we'll recognize it if we encounter it.
but are we going in that direction? Because as you as squirrel, you're coming from that way.
So my time with as a squirrel was hazy.
Because like, were you just like running around like a squirrel does, or
Yeah, you're pretty much running around like a squirrel.
how was that carrot?
It was good for a carrot.
It did look good. I was kind of getting jealous. I had cabbage.
I'll see if I can find you a carrot.
Okay. Just standing around waiting for someone to start leading.
I think Krillik's already
Yeah.
taken off.
I think
Yeah.
people are already walking.
Oh, I gotta catch up.
Oh, don't let her be in the back because you know this thing's like to grab people.
I'll stay close.
All right, so we're just gonna keep on heading this way.
So, did you tell us what your name was?
Yes, my name is Ari, but nobody's told me what their name was.
Oh
But
my god, you're
I
so
just-
rude.
I just
I'm Lily.
pleased to meet you, Lily.
I'm Dee Dee. I'm gonna do like a
Uh,
bow kind of thing.
I would be Krillock. Just kidding. I'm Carrick. That's Krillock, and I'm pointing over to the turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle?
Well, tortoise, actually.
Turtle.
Turtle, same thing. Sort of.
Sorry, gnome.
Excuse me?
Not you.
Okay. God damn it. Okay, so
So, Ari, what do you do? I'm an inventor.
I'm looking for my dad, my father. It's yeah,
In the swamp?
through the swamp.
Is
What
he
happened
at
to your dad?
Hanana?
He was heading that way, but I don't know for sure. So I'm heading that way. See what I can find.
He was heading to
I
Hanana.
fear he's doing crazy things. And Realizing I've said too much, I just shut up at that point. Sorry.
All right.
You're not curious what 4 people are doing in the swamp? It's just like a
You guys
common thing. People
trusted
walk
a
through the swamp.
squirrel. You guys, you trusted me as a squirrel. You didn't eat me, and you offered to take me through this. And I believe I can handle myself.
I mean,
Mm.
Dee Dee almost like drowned last night.
Hey, I was trying to help someone else, and I got carried away and didn't remember that I can't really see that good at night, and things happen. The intention was noble.
I just don't want to be in the swamp anymore, and I don't want to deal with hags. And just no, I'm done.
Wait, what hags?
No hags. No tree hags.
Wait, is it a tree witch or a tree hag?
I'm curious what the difference is.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I've never met either, so
Well, I meant
They're
I meant
very
one that can turn you
unsavory.
into a squirrel. So whichever way that goes,
so is it a witch or a hag?
I witch.
Which one?
I guess a witch. I don't know.
Oh, a witch.
I don't know. How can you tell the difference?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Well, I can't tell.
Are like witches pretty and then like hags like old? Or is a hag also a witch, but a witch is not a hag?
I don't know which one can turn you into a squirrel.
Witches can turn into squirrels?
Then it was a witch.
Wait, what? The witch or the hag?
This, yes.
Which one?
This
Witch.
swamp is confusing.
The which one?
Yes.
So the hag?
Witch.
The hag or the witch?
Can I roll a perception check just to like make sure we're going the right way and we're not gonna step into anything dangerous?
Sure.
Yeah, who's that guy that's supposed to be doing that anyway, by the way?
I'm still confused on which witch is the hag.
I think it's the swamp witch.
Carrick, would you make an Arcana check, please?
Yes, I can.
I like to run into sand witches sometimes.
I'm going to give you advantage because of this whole conversation. So witches and hags are different, but some people call hags witches and vice versa. But you know that if this was a hag, she would be repulsive looking, and she would probably work more in a coven. So if there was one, there's probably at least 2 more.
What did this witch slash hag look like?
Atrocious. Very stick and awful.
Hmm.
Like
Well-
she was crawling around in the swamp.
Right. Well, if this is a hag, and it sounds like it must be, there's probably more than one. I would say maybe 3 or more. So
Then it's probably good I didn't go inside.
probably a good thing. And if we would be as wise as we should be, perhaps we should make sure if we see a house, we avoid it at all cost, and let's just move on away from this area. Do you know how long you were a tiny little squirrel?
I do not know if I know. Do I know? Do I know where I came from?
You're not okay. So you remember that your fight or flight instinct was triggered as soon as you got squirrel brain, and you knew that your life was in danger, and you took off. And from the ground, everything looks totally different than it did up in the top of the trees, which is where you made your escape. So you're honestly not sure at all what direction you came from or
Do I
what
know where I
direction you went
am?
in. No, you've got no idea.
Because I know how I got there.
You know how you got there, but now you have no idea where you are from there.
I have no idea where I am. Or how to get back, or how long have you guys been traveling in the swamp?
Few
2
days.
days.
We may be past it.
Or we may be coming up on it.
Oh my gosh, show her your bird.
Why?
Because you could use the bird to like scout ahead. So it's like, you're killing two
Oh.
birds with one stone.
Huh, you're funny. That's a good idea, though. And I'm gonna open up my satchel and I'm going to say, "Come on, let's go. Looking for a house. Go." And she's gonna pop up and just shoot straight up out of the bag and start shooting up. And I will connect with it telepathically and tell it, "We're looking for a house of some kind. If you find one, I need to know."
So you have a familiar. What's that make you? Mage?
I would be a wizard, yes.
Did you see it? Did you see his owl?
I must. Yes.
Do you remember? And this is, I'm sorry for me to have to do this. So you're gonna have to go back in your mind to Curse of Strahd. Do you remember the gnomish? I don't know that you ever saw it then.
The crazy bird?
Yeah, like the wonky-eyed owl.
Yeah, is it back?
Yeah, it's back.
It is back. Yes.
All right. That is a peculiar owl.
Well, she's such a good owl. Oh, she helps me so much. And at that time, I'm gonna put my hand on Lily's shoulder. I'm gonna say, "Be sure I don't trip," and I'm going to go into a trance and connect with the owl telepathically and look to its eyes to see if it's seeing anything.
All right, so you notice that as he's looking through the owl's eyes, he closes one eye because it makes it easier for him to tell what he's looking at.
Yes, it does.
Through the owl's eyes. But make a perception check for the owl, please.
Okay, 1 second. Wow, I am not rolling good today. Can I use the passive perception on the owl? Probably be better.
Probably.
It's 13. 13 is the passive. I would rather use the passive than those. If
Okay.
possible.
So I think you can connect telepathically within 100 feet of the owl. You don't see anything because she flies up, so she can see. So she stays within 100 feet of you, and she's looking. Now, mind you, the branches, the canopy that is this marsh, blocks a whole lot of her vision once she gets above it. And even if she stays under it, there's a lot of tree branches and everything. You don't really see anything that stands out particularly at this moment. You don't see anything that looks like important, I guess would be the right way to say it. Nothing really catches your eye. I'm trying to find your derpy ass owl so that I can post it up in the game.
Best owl ever.
So I'm gonna make a handout real quick, just so that we have a handout. Actually, no, wait. I got this. Go to the owl. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna remove the avatar, and I'm going to place the new avatar for the owl. I'm gonna save the changes, and then I'm going to show to all players. Boom! There you go.
Best owl ever.
All right. So she's not seeing anything. You're not seeing anything through her eyes that particularly stands out.
Yeah, that's the bird.
All right, so you're continuing Krillock in an easterly fashion, right? And I know that you and Lily are both out front, I'm assuming, doing these.
Yes.
Okay. So with the 21 perception as you're walking along, after the owl scouts out, you continue heading in that direction. It's you feel like it's getting more heavily. I don't want to say marshy because that's really not the right word. It's all marshy, but you're having a harder time finding solid ground. This particular area seems familiar to you, Krillock, so you know that you're on the right track. And you do remember you. It's not so much that you remember a specific path, but you know kind of how to find your footing through whatever way you go through here because you've been here a few times. And so, with you out front, with Lily on your shoulders, you're able to find, though you do have to kind of, shuffle through some murky spots at times where you go probably ankle, calf deep in this marshy water. You don't really run into any deep patches or anything as you're traveling throughout the day. You imagine at this point, based off the light that's coming through the heavy canopy of tree branches, you're probably reaching somewhere around midday at this point.
Does anybody need to stop for a break, eat, rest?
Can I look at the flowers?
Yeah, there's some. There's some.
Okay.
Nobody's hindering you from looking at them.
No,
I mean,
but I kind of
you-
like want to look at them and maybe pick some, but I feel like it's gonna
got you.
slow us down, so that's why I'm
Okay.
asking.
We'll take a quick break here. I'll lift you down off my shoulder. Is it dry here?
Yeah,
We got like somewhat of a dry spot. Okay, I'll put her down.
Wait, she's getting a ride?
very soft soil.
Yeah, there's things that like try to grab people, and I'm not that tall. I'm probably shorter than you, and yeah, I get a ride.
I can't remember, but I think Ari is actually shorter than Lily.
Let me see what I have. I forget too.
Nope. Ari's got Lily by 1 inch.
That's what she said.
Okay, so I am going to stop and check out all the vegetation nearby and see if there's anything I can use.
How did we do that before? Did we do herbalist kit with advantage? No, not advantage. Not an herbalist kit. It was just survival.
I do not have an herbalist kit.
So it would have been just.
I have an
survival.
alchemist kit, so I have proficient. Yeah, survival. Let's do this.
Yeah, do that one.
Or like my nature, but that's cool.
Or you know what? Actually, the nature would make more sense. So what's your nature score? We're keeping the 10. So it's 10 plus. Okay, so 10 plus 3 instead of the plus 1. Okay, so 13. Keeping that 10. Can't get an extra roll in on me. But with a 13, it's pretty easy for you to find some flowers that you think are probably going to be useful. They look very similar to some other, I don't even know like the right word classification of.
Are they like marigolds, but swamp marigolds?
Sort of. They look very similar to a flower that you are familiar with that has healing properties.
Oh, so like some aloe.
Sure. Swamp aloe. Helps with chafing.
Ah, yes. Hey, Krillic, do you need some of this?
Yes,
Getting a little swampy under there?
all the time. If you take it and you heat it up, it turns into a nice powder.
Okay, I'm good.
Ready to go?
Yeah. Oh, and here, I made one of these last night.
You made powder for me?
No.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, I could do that later, but this is for in case something tries to eat our faces again.
What is it?
It's another healing potion,
Ooh.
but it disappears after we rest.
Oh. Well, I was about to say you were very talented, but that's odd.
She's still very talented.
I mean,
but
I don't see you
but a
concocting
potion
anything over there.
that disappears. Well, no, I'm not much of a healer, but maybe my brain's not wrapping around.
How about your ruined
a
quarterstaff?
potion that
I don't have like the solution to make the herbs last longer, so it kind of just fizzles out after 24 hours.
it's okay. Maybe Krillak can just lead us out of this damned swamp. Would be nice. Just get
I
us out of
think
the
we
swamp.
still have like 6 more days here. So
Oh God.
Told you it was gonna be a long journey.
I don't remember it being this long. Like I don't remember you specifying that we'd be in the swamp this long.
Pretty sure I did.
I feel like we forgot to pack a few things, you know.
I'm gonna reach into my shelf.
I think we
Well,
forgot a
I've got
lot of
everything I
things.
need. What do you need?
Maybe a tent.
I got right here. Right here. Got my tent.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I need, but I feel like I don't have what I need.
I'm just gonna have
I
a
know that feeling.
fuddled look on my face.
So Krillok, I'm assuming you were watching over Lily while Lily was looking over flowers, right?
Of course.
So the other three of you, Carrick, Ari, and Dee Dee, during her time gathering flowers, I imagine you probably have about 10-ish, maybe 15-ish minutes. What were you guys doing?
Trying to figure out where I was in relation to where I am.
Have we not started? If we're not moving yet, I would have just been using prestidigitation and just cleaning my stuff. Oh, we're taking a break. No, I would just be sitting. I would not be doing anything.
I'm
I
probably
think I'd
taking
be doing
better
straight.
Looking at trees. I'd be looking at the trees because now I'm thinking tree witches and hags. So I'm looking for anything that looks like a tree witch or a hag.
Okay, make a perception check.
God, that's not good.
Why do you put that voodoo on us?
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
So, God damn you. So, as you're sitting there, and you're looking around, Lily, and you're having the conversation with Lily as you're getting ready to start moving again, and everybody's starting to get their stuff together to start your trek again, and you happen to notice that this exceptionally large kind of mound of vegetation and sticks and just looks like a big mossy mess with just sticks and leaves and branches coming all out of it, and you've seen it as it kind of seemed like it was slowly moving down the stream, but then it kind of clicks in your mind here as it's still probably a good 40 feet away, 40 to probably 40 to 50 feet away, but it just kind of clicks in your mind at this point, like that's moving upstream, not downstream.
So as I was sitting talking, I would. So, do you know what exactly was you trying to do out here in the swamp? And what the hell is that? And I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna reach out, and I'm gonna kind of grab hold of Lily by her shoulder and kind of push her behind me and start walking back and telling Ari, back up, Krillak,
I will back up. I will try to see what he's looking at.
What?
I'll point my staff in the direction of the mound that's moving upstream. Look there. It's moving upstream. What is that?
Beaver dam?
It's moving towards us. It's not a beaver dam.
Well,
If
let's
you're
not
proficient
be
with nature, you can roll a nature check. I'm sorry, say that again. I'm sorry, I talked over you.
I talked over you, but I was saying let's not be here if it's moving towards us.
Definitely looks like a beaver dam.
If you're proficient with nature, please make a nature check.
Are you asking us or him?
I'm asking
I,
all of
I
you.
am
Yeah, he's
I
saying
am not proficient with nature.
nature.
None of you.
Nope.
I am.
Oh, okay.
What about survival?
Yeah, nature
Eh,
specifically.
not nature.
So that was okay. So yours was okay. So you're both proficient with nature.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you both look at it. Krillock, it's a beaver dam. You have no idea why they're so concerned. And God, Dee Dee, you're thinking that like you have no idea what it is, but your family are woodworkers, and beavers are woodworkers, and so you know that's not a beaver dam, because that makes total sense to me.
Wait, what? Okay, all right. That is not a
Beavers
dam.
eat trees.
It's moving. It's moving. It's clearly moving towards us. I suggest we move on or prepare for some sort of something. That's not a beaver dam.
I don't know much about beaver dams,
Maybe
but I'm pretty sure they don't swim.
maybe the beavers wanted to move. I don't know.
But dams don't
Well,
move.
Let's just
All
not
right.
be here when it shows.
Let's go. Come on, let's move then.
let's just
Pick
move.
Lily back
I'm,
up. Throw her back on my shoulder.
I'll be fine with that. I'm gonna get up and move.
Okay, as you guys start moving, um, I mean, it clearly doesn't pose too much of a threat. It's coming from the opposite direction from like that you guys are moving. It's well, not the opposite. It's coming like it was paralleled, but you guys are moving away from it. But as you start to move away from it, you can see as this large mound sort of stops trying to be sneaky and just rises itself from out of.
Told you it wasn't a dam.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull
What if it's
something
a
out here.
turtle with like a bunch of moss and stuff on its back? You know, turtles do that, right, Krillick?
See if I can pull this out where everybody can see it.
I don't think that's a turtle.
It sure as hell ain't a beaver dam.
So
I was closer than a turtle.
so this large living mass of vines tangled together, just sort of like releases itself. It rises out of the shallow water and starts quickly to it shambling in your direction. It's pretty easy to outpace as you guys start going, um, but it gives chase probably for 10 minutes as you guys are moving through, and you can still see it back there trying to make its way towards you.
As
Look,
we're
it's even
running
got a-
through,
It's even got a picture of Dee Dee in it right there. Look at that.
that's uncalled for. As we're running, or we pick Ender's pace up, I'm gonna like slowly try to like throw things behind me, like that's gonna do something.
All right. It seems to just engulf anything that it goes over.
Is it getting bigger every time it engulfs something?
Not that you not visibly. Not
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it seems to be leaving. Let me clarify that. It seems to be leaving the plants of the swamp behind. It's not like everything it touches, it's not eating it up, but like the things that he's throwing down behind to try to slow this thing down, like the like branches, it just kind of like they're there and it engulfs them and they disappear. And then, it's just you don't see it, but
Well, as long as it's not growing.
yeah,
then
no, it doesn't seem to be growing in size.
I think we should just keep outpacing this thing. I don't think it's gaining up to us.
Yeah, but what if it
Total.
keeps going though?
It'll get tired eventually.
Do plants tire?
What if we get tired before it does?
Well, then we'll figure it out then.
What time of day is it?
It's just afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still gonna do the white girl horror movie thing of throwing things behind me.
Fair enough.
I will make the comment that if I'm carried, this group probably moves faster.
Oh no, Carrick moves just as fast as us.
Oh, okay.
I should probably have clarified this before because I know that this. So, who you see in this party of people? I should have said this. Whenever you were a squirrel, we were having our conversations earlier. But there's a human, there is a dwarf, there is a gnome, and there is a turtle.
Yeah, the turtle's new to me.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but without the karate.
No ninja.
And an eye patch.
And an eye patch. I guess I thought everybody could see. Nobody.
You have to do it on that.
Okay, so let me do this then, because I thought I had it so everybody could see each other's sheets, so you could at least see the images.
Look at that.
You can see them on the D&D Beyond interface if you have it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so everybody should be able to see everybody, I think, as far as like in the character sheets there. The D&D Beyond interface should also work, maybe, for images. I don't know if everybody has their images updated on that. We are using the D&D Beyond interactive overlay though. So those of you that are viewing, if you see that wonderful D&D Beyond button on the right side of the screen, you can mouse over that and actually see our party. I think Arizona's is incorrect, but we can fix that.
How's that? Oh, because I used the default D&D Beyond picture. It's close.
I think so. It's close. So good enough. Well, you know what? We're halfway through the session tonight, so let's take a quick break. And then we'll pick back up just after you guys outpace this shambling mound that was attempting to engulf someone before it got spotted, damn it. So we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes then. I need
I'll just message.
That's our segue music coming back in. I'm just gonna record me doing that next time so that I can just hit the button and then not actually have to do it. All right, we're back.
Welcome back.
So you know what? That's a really good idea. You know what we need? We
We're not
need.
still muted already.
No, we're not muted anymore.
Okay.
I don't think. Hi everyone. I hope everybody.
So, the other day I was over in.
Whoa. What we need is someone who's like who is well to do and has a lot of liquid income, who wants to sponsor giveaways during our breaks. That's what we need, because that'll get people in here. Yeah, who wants to stick around for a free copy of Xanathar's Guide? You know what I'm saying?
Like, or what? Free hardware? They just have to pay for shipping? Eh? Oh, wait. Oh.
I'll talk to you later about that. That's not a bad idea.
All right.
Okay, well let's go on ahead and get back into it. So you've outpaced the shambling mound. You're continuing your march to the east through the swamps here. And for some reason I feel like I have made a mistake.
No ticky backsies.
200 miles. It's about 200 miles. So, you're on day 3 of a 4-day trip through the swamp.
Oh, thank God! Let's keep going. I can smell the fresh air on the other side of the swamp.
So I horribly overestimated, because it's about, wait, where are we at here? So about right here is where you would have parted ways. Well, no, it was about 200. Where did I get the 200? No, it's about 200 miles. It's about 200 miles that you traveled with Bin 1 Alpha. But then that's not right. That can't be right. It's totally right. You guys were moving at hyperspeed on those carriages. You traveled very quickly.
With
Where?
some horsepower.
DMs don't make mistakes. So so yeah, you're making some damn good progress here.
Oh, is that? Wow, I must have really gotten off track.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's about 200 more. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother myself with the semantics at this moment. Forget the technicalities. You've got about another day and a half's worth of journey through the swamps at this point, Krillop.
Told you guys it'd be quick.
So, what are you guys doing in the swamps?
This is the worst.
I don't know.
I mean, I was lucky to find you guys. I think.
I would say that you would definitely were. I'm gonna start some dinner. Are we making camp? The sun's coming down. I figure we're making camp. Shut up. Are we making camp here? This is
It's
good.
about that time.
I'm
What,
gonna.
what are you gonna make?
One moment, Lily. If you will focus your spell that way, I'll focus mine this way, and we'll sort of merge them here in the middle to give us a little extra, coverage.
Oh, okay. And she lets loose the little silver spider, and it goes, and it leaves a web trail behind, setting up the alarm spell.
And for you, Ari,
So cute. And I'm going to cast alarm in the other direction so that it encompasses itself inside of our encampment but goes out the other direction. We have a rectangular shaped alarm.
so Ari, what you're seeing is the two of them essentially go like back to back. It seems like they have this planned out, but they go back to back essentially, and you can see as Lily lets loose this tiny clockwork spider. She kind of winds it up. It's a wind up, right?
Yes, it has a thread that's inside of it, so she just winds it up and it goes.
And it basically encompasses this 20-foot by 20-foot. It's like a 20 square feet area. It like spins a little web that goes around that area, and then on at her back, you can see as Carrick is casting a spell in the other direction.
Such marvels. I clearly have not gone out enough.
Is this your
You're
first
telling
time
me.
out too?
It's the first time I've seen this stuff.
Oh,
Your spiders and turtle people.
do you want to see my turtle?
I want to see your turtle.
Am I part of show and tell now?
Look, I am very proud of the things that I create, and I feel like they help us out a lot.
They do.
So she's gonna pull out of her bag, and she just kind of reaches her arm and her shoulder all the way in, and then pulls out this tiny turtle, and it's got gears and stuff, and it looks just like Krillock, except a little robotic Krillock.
That is actually quite impressive.
And look what it does. And she's gonna like pour a little bit of fluid like into the shell, and it's gonna shoot out an acid bubble just at a tree.
That I am impressed.
The real Krillock can't do that, but you know, he's still good.
I giggle. But
I
still,
got my back
what
to
are
everybody
you
right
guys
now.
doing out here? Why are you going through the swamp? What brings you out here?
I got business in Broken Tusk I need to handle, and got to run through Hanana. That's where I'm from.
How long have you guys been friends?
I'm starting to rethink this adventure, but I'm here.
I've known Lily for quite a while. The other two I just recently met.
I was kind of getting that vibe a little bit.
But yeah, that's the gist of it. Is I gotta make a delivery.
You gotta make a delivery because that guy tried to kill.
Didi.
Oh,
How long are you guys planning on being in Hanawa?
Not long. I just gotta stop in, say hello to somebody, and then carry on.
Because it was not wise for me to come out here by myself.
Well, you're welcome to tag along with us as long as you need to.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I'm going or if my journey ends. I don't know what's going on.
Does anybody want anything to eat while I'm preparing this thing?
yes.
I'm
well,
missing a carrot or two. What? I'm missing some. I'll make do. I'll make do. I'm going to make a stew.
What
It's
kind of
not going to
stew?
have any meat because I don't have any meat.
Oh,
I I probably was eating that carrot you're looking for earlier.
Oh, no nonsense. I keep my bag sealed up all the time. No one would have possibly been able to get a carrot. It's just weird that you had a
Then
carrot.
where did I get the carrot, right?
I'm just gonna like kind of walk away.
It was a good carrot.
Yeah, carrots are good. If we had a little meat, I could spice it up. But otherwise, it's just going to be a vegetable stew with no meat. I'll just start this up a little bit, and
Sounds like
I'm
a
going to
hint.
use a. I'll have gathered up some fire, made a little thing. I'm going to poof it with a little firebolt, catch it on fire, and
I will go look for meat. Possibly.
We don't need meat.
Who knows?
No,
Okay.
we don't need meat.
Special bell peppers with beef. I forget none of you are nerdy enough to like Cowboy Bebop, except for Marshall, Mike.
Yeah, no, I got the reference.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'm not alone anymore.
You're not alone. I'm familiar with that show.
Yay!
all right. I will use my spice weasel. Spice up the stew and begin putting some touching finishes on the stew.
So you attempt to use your spice weasel.
Don't forget the magic word.
I know. I'm looking it up. Hang on. No, it's a yell.
How do you forget?
I know. Well, it's easy for me to forget things right now.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I'm gonna hold it over and I'm gonna give it a turn and go bam. This is gonna be so good.
All right, do the temp hit point roll that comes with that. Anyone who has temporary hit points already, still from the last meal with the spice weasel, remove those if you are eating from this meal, because it's not a stackable thing.
Even better.
So remove the temporary hit points from last time and right, it's supposed to be 1d4 plus 2. So it would have been 5. So 5 temporary hit points.
Got it.
Your cooking is getting better.
Ari, if you partake of this meal, which I'm thinking you would, right?
I would.
Yeah, you find that it is exceptionally hearty, and there's something about the perfect blend of herbs and spices that causes this meal to be so refreshing that you feel like you're Well, I mean, you gain 5 temporary hit points. You feel great.
It's a good meal. This is a particularly good meal considering you cooked it in a swamp.
It's delicious. It's delicious. I cleaned the water myself. Oh, and I guess I should probably go shake the weasel a little bit. I should probably repack my weasel here. It's getting a little empty. So I'm gonna reach in. I'll grab some spices and I'll begin to repack my my spice weasel since I'm down to 2 uses.
You're quite the cook. You can cook all
Yes,
meals.
I am.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna make camp.
All right.
You're breaking camp?
Making.
Oh, okay.
So once camp is made up and the meal has been eaten, Krillock, it doesn't take you long at that point to finish your current project that you've been working on. With a flourish.
I'm gonna go ahead and go over to Lily and hand her this little knitted hat.
What's this?
Well, I've been working on this for a little while. Here you go. Keep your little head warm.
It's a little soggy.
Well, I mean, it's real humid out here.
But thank you so much. And she's going to
Put it on now.
it on.
Yay! I've been waiting for this.
Perfect.
There we go. Okay, hold on, we gotta like duck down a little bit. You gotta get the full effect in there. Perfect. All right, so
Also, whenever I did cast my alarm, I would have be using. I'll be using my wards and seals, racial, and I will have also cast Arcane Lock on my bag. Now that I was missing some carrots.
okay. So you have now arcane locked your bag.
Yes, so that way maybe I won't be missing any more carrots.
Wow, stingy.
All right, your cooking satchel has been arcane locked.
That's where I keep all my stuff. I hope everyone enjoyed that meal. That was delicious.
Is there?
It was delicious.
Is the water still just like swampy? Like is it getting clearer? The water cleaner, clear. You know.
Not quite yet. It's still pretty consistent with what you've been going through. You would probably feel like you're on your way. I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Really, at this point, it's obviously still a pretty dense swamp. But earlier during the day, just after lunch, it seemed like it was at its thickest. It was very heavy, dense vegetation. The tree coverage, the branch coverage above you was almost like there was no light passing through at times, and it was kind of difficult to see. But coming out on the other side of it, it seems like it's not as dense as it was earlier today. but you're still in some pretty dense marshland. If that makes sense. You feel like you're through the worst of it.
So how many temporary hit points was that? I'm sorry.
5.
That's what I thought.
I'm gonna walk up to Carrick and ask him if I could use his like pot after he's done. Everyone's ate and he's cleaning up. If it's empty,
Why?
I wanted to get water.
What are you gonna do with swamp water with my pot? I cook from this.
Well, I was gonna put it back on the fire because I remember reading that you could clean the water by cooking it, and
Well, I
I'm
mean,
really
to a
dirty.
degree. Oh, you want to take a bath and you're gonna
Yeah,
use. Well, I mean, just sure. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to boil water.
I'll help him. I'll make sure that there's a fire started and let him boil water. You are gonna let that cool down before you pour it on yourself or whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, I was gonna let it be too hot. Yeah, but I don't want to be too cold either.
Mm. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna be casting prestidigitation on my clothes, cleaning myself quietly. I like your hat. What does it do? Does it just keeps your head warm? Krillak, what? Nice hat. Where did you learn to knit?
When you're sitting on a boat for long periods of time, just watching out at the horizon, you gotta keep the hands busy.
Fair.
So I took up knitting.
It is a nice hat. Gonna sit as I'm watching Didi attempting to clean himself. Do you think he's ever bathed himself?
I don't know.
Like, is there a roll I can roll to see how well I can do this?
What, clean yourself?
Yeah, because that maid's doing everything for me. So
Oh Lord.
drawing my bath, and like I know how to clean myself, but drawing it, and I'm attempting to do something I've never done by boiling water.
I would think, okay, so the wisdom of age, even though you have not personally done this before, I would think the wisdom of age, you would probably be able to effectively handle this. I mean,
I've read books. That's right.
well, it's less you've read books and like you have experience taking a bath, but I mean, you would be smart enough, I would think, at your age to test the water. Hot is hot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that there's really a check necessary unless you feel like Dee Dee's a lot more dumb than I think Dee Dee is.
No, I don't think it's that, but I'm just like if I got the process of boiling water done correctly.
I mean, pot full of
I'll,
water goes over
I would.
fire, it starts to boil, you take it off, and then you test it every now and then.
I'm more interested to see how many pieces of like leaves and muck is still in the water when he starts to bathe with it, and if he's going to be
Yeah, like
covered
if I'm
in
cleaning, I have to clean
particulates.
the water out and boil the water. But hey, okay.
So I
do I
lean over to
clean myself?
I mean, yeah,
I lean over to Carrick and kind of whisper, but not really. Why is everybody concerned about Dee Dee?
Well, it appears he lived a rather sheltered life before he joined with us. This is a new adventure for him.
Very well. I like him.
I mean,
He's entertaining.
sorry. To get back to you, DD, I would honestly, I mean, you know what clean and dirty is. I don't think it. You would do the best job that you could with a
Well,
pot of
okay,
boiling swamp water.
that's what I'm saying. Like, how
Yeah.
am I? Like, did I get rid of my swamp ass?
You're like
Because I fell in the water. I think what, twice now. I mean,
you're like baby wipe clean, like field shower clean.
okay, I can. Well, I don't know if he could live with that, but
He
Okay.
probably doesn't feel great. This is probably the first time he's had to go through like a field shower experience. But you're like baby wipe clean. You're like 3-day PX clean.
gotcha. A hooker bath, gotcha.
You know what? Just as good as any other analogy. Anything else before you guys decide to?
Lily would like to look at the flowers and vegetations one more time.
Perfect. Nature check, please. Unfortunately, as you are venturing around, you're trying to stay close to camp, and with the waning light of the sun and the dense overhead branches, it's difficult to find anything. I mean, you obviously find plants, but you don't find anything that you know of that has any sort of medicinal or useful value as an alchemist.
Hate the swamp.
We're almost out.
How much longer do you think, Krillop?
About a day and a half.
Okay. Good. Well, I'm going to get some good sleep. And I'll see you all in the morning. Who wants first watch?
I'll take first watch. Actually, I should probably take a later one.
I'll take the
Because
first.
I don't
watch.
know which one of you guys can see in the dark, especially the turtles.
I don't think we should let Ari watch by herself just yet.
That's probably a fair assessment.
I'd welcome the company.
You could stand the first watch with Dee Dee.
Can you see good in the dark?
I can see pretty good in the dark.
Okay, because I can't see anything in the dark.
So, Dee Dee and Ari, and I'll be with Kerrigan and Krillock. If we need you, then you could be last because you could see pretty good too.
All right, that sounds like a plan. I'm gonna go lay down.
So I would say I don't want to be that guy, but as the DM, I am that guy. I don't believe halflings have dark vision.
They do not.
Fuck.
This is going to be a great first watch.
I'm already paranoid. Now I'm gonna get another guy that's blind.
Two blind guys sitting in the dark. Well, blind girl, blind guy. This is going to be great. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hold on. Before I go to bed,
Negative.
can you guys see in the dark?
If there's light,
Well, it's dark, so there's no light.
We have a camp. But,
I'll tell you what. I'll take the first watch. guys can. Somebody want to stay up with me? They can.
I'm staying up. I'm still freaked out.
All right. You know what? You just rest. Maybe you can stand and watch later.
Who, me or him?
You go ahead and you just rest yourself.
I'll go rest.
You were
What's
a
the-
squirrel. I mean, come on. I'll take the first one with Dee Dee.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, Dee Dee, I can't see in the dark either.
Well, how does that do?
I can see now.
So Krillux smugly takes his goggles of night from his forehead and puts them down over his eyes.
Hi.
Okay, like you keep like, dude, like you need to spin like 360. Just keep
You watch
on
toward the light.
head on one of those little spinning things. That's what you need to be doing.
Swivel. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So everybody else go to bed. Go get some rest.
I'm gonna attempt to like try to do some light meditation while not having any of my eyes are wide open.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. I mean, it's pretty dark, so it's almost like your eyes are closed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, let me get. God, I would say perception with advantage because he's helping you, but it's honestly just going to be a perception because you can't see outside of the firelight.
It's about right.
Yeah.
My
Typically,
rolls are consistent with my character.
you're doing a great job. So, it's the typical nocturnal swamp life you've got going on here. You can hear the distant splash every now and then. You can hear the night birds that exist out here. Some owls hooting. And other than that, though, your watch is uneventful. Nothing comes within your radius of perception, and nothing really sparks your curiosity outside of it. So your watch is uneventful.
See, Dee Dee, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
All right, go actually get some sleep now. I'll wake them up.
I'm
So I'll go and wake.
gonna try to get some sleep.
I'll go and wake Lily and Carrick up. Next watch.
Am I able to get sleep?
What?
Oh
okay.
boy.
And when I wake up and see the two of you standing there and look at Ari sleeping, I'm going to say, who's going to have third watch with her?
I can.
If I need to get back up.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
well, I mean,
I'll handle second watch. I'm fine. Go ahead and go.
Do we need a third watch?
Well, I mean,
me and Dee Dee just sat up here for 4 hours. You guys are going to sit up for 4 hours. That's 8 hours. How much sleep do you guys really need?
It's the way you've been doing it.
We don't need a third watch.
okay. I'll be fine. I didn't. A short rest is all I need anyway, so we're good. Go back to sleep.
Going to sleep.
And you will, of course, still get the benefits of a long rest from this. It's not going to change anything. It's still a long rest. It's just broken down into 2 watches at this point. So it's 4 hours as long as nothing crazy happens.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to pull out my pipe of smoke and monsters, and I'm just going to sit and puff on it and make different things. What do you want to see next, Lily? What do you want to see? Name a creature. Name a creature.
A platypus.
A platypus, and I'm gonna like puff on it and puff out the shape of a platypus in the smoke. I love this pipe. And we'll just do that for a good portion of the night as I am, and she is both looking around. And I'm going to have the owl up. I'm going to pull the owl out and I'm going to tell it, fly around. If you see anything at all, you be sure you swoop down. Keep an eye out.
Do perception for you and your owl, and also Lily. His smoke platypus does not look anything like you thought a platypus looked like.
Not anything that I think it looks like, or does
It does not look like what Krillock described to you for a platypus.
that's okay.
All right, I know. Okay, so I see the owl. Roll one for you two, just because semantics.
Yep, doing it. Hang on.
Okay. All right, hold on. No, you're
Why
good.
is it always your guys' watch? God
No,
damn
you're
it.
good. Nothing happens. It's the no phantom screams, no craziness. It's actually as normal as you could hope for night. Excuse me. So as your watch draws to an end here in the morning hours, I would like for everyone who rested throughout the night, please, to make a wisdom saving throw. I think
But
that's what
just
we're doing.
me?
Everyone. Oh boy.
Fuck you, wisdom.
So, Krillock, Lily, you both have 1 point of exhaustion at this point. And Dee Dee, you are at 2. Carrick and Ari, you both feel like it wasn't restful in the sense of like you feel fantastic, but you do feel rested.
Looking forward to breakfast.
I am going to pull out my staff of flowers and what's it, 5 feet? Yeah, 5 feet of me, just and put a bunch of flowers out there in front of Lily.
Oh my gosh. Where did you get that from?
I don't remember.
Is that the staff from that weird place where Dee Dee saved the dogs?
Maybe that's where I got it from. I forgot it. It was like hidden in my pocket.
Is it like my cape? And she poses and it just gets poofs into
Yes,
non-existent wind.
exactly.
Your cape billows elegantly.
Saw you looking for flowers. There's some right there.
Well, I'm trying to find something to help with your chafing, you know. And maybe Dee Dee, you smell nicer.
Those flowers.
You can do that?
What?
Just pick the flowers, put them in the water, boil them. It'll make like a fragrance for them, like toilet water. I think I heard Alphonse I think I heard one of them talking about it.
Talking about toilet water?
No, like perfumes.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they said eau de toilette.
I think Okay. So you can do that?
Boil it?
Uh, yeah.
I'm already boiling cabbage. You can have the pot when I'm done. I just figured I would make some, something quick for us to have before we get going. And I'm getting low on supply, so hopefully we'll be out of here soon.
Are you out of cabbage yet?
No, I got enough for today, but after today, it's pretty much going to be gone.
All right.
I'll finish boiling up the cabbage.
Dee Dee, you gonna go do your yoga stuff? I might join you on that.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah, let's
really need it.
You don't want the cabbage? I mean,
I
let's-
do. Is let us know when the cabbage is done, and
Yeah.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
We're gonna go do yoga.
oh, yeah, perfect. I've been wanting someone to come join me.
All right, I'll let you know as soon as I'm done with the cabbage. It's fine. And as they're walking away, I'll finish it and then I will use a cantrip message to both of them. Cabbage is ready. They'll hear it in their head.
I will try your cabbage. Unlike those two,
Absolutely.
I do not know why they would not eat your cabbage.
As me
I
and Dee
don't
Dee
know.
walk
Would you
off,
like your dinner?
as me and Dee Dee walk off, I'm so over his cabbage.
It's really not that good.
It's not. I'd rather eat it raw. Who eats boiled cabbage? That's disgusting. I'd rather have roasted cabbage.
I've never tried that either, but it's missing a lot of flavor.
Yeah, why doesn't he use the spice weasel on it? What the hell? I can't do that.
Nah.
Okay.
So, what position do you want to start with? I was thinking more of not being. Anyway, going off your stature, I was thinking we do more of chest pressing than back. 'Cause today's like I was gonna work my back, but you have that shell, so I don't think that's gonna work too.
All right, just
I'm sure you could probably do it, but I'm just gonna keep staring.
I don't know. I've never done this before.
Okay, we'll just do the easier ones.
All right, you lead the way.
I'll do that doing some weird crane pose.
Downward dog.
Downward dog crane king.
All right, so we're doing yoga ish.
Okay. I want two things from both of you. The first of which is a dexterity, just a straight dexterity roll, just a dex check. No, wait, there's a thing for this. Acrobatics. Which I think yours is probably the same thing anyway. Yeah, so the 13 was perfect. The 13 was perfect. You have disadvantage on skill checks with that 1 point of exhaustion.
So I got a 2.
You find yourself stuck on your back at least a couple of times, trying to work your way over. Roll it around. So, Carrick, as you look up, Ari, Carrick, and this is happening while you're cooking your cabbage over there. So, Lily, Ari, and Carrick, you can see as they found this spot, this level spot, and you look over as Dee Dee's doing this very strange stance, which it doesn't feel natural to you either, Dee Dee, because you're not feeling at your top either. But you're trying to explain it and you're trying to show it, and it just ends up it ends up on his back, and he's rolling around on his back, and his legs and his arms are flailing up, and he's trying to rock his way over. And Dee Dee's trying to help, and Krillic's like, "No, I got it."
So he's not gonna let me help him up or roll him.
Well, it's up to him now. At least he'll know I got it once.
I'm gonna try and get up at least once by myself. After that, yeah, I'll definitely get the help.
Oh yeah, I would help.
After I get up, I'm gonna stomp off and go back over there and eat shit cabbage. I mean cabbage.
You did really well.
Shut up.
So I'm gonna take that second acrobatics check. I'm gonna take that second acrobatics check as you like rolling over. So you do manage to roll over and get up and storm off.
You just got a lot of junk in your trunk. It's not your fault.
Thank you. That actually makes me feel a little better. I didn't get good sleep last night.
You know, I'm really surprised that some of y'all don't like other types of cabbage. You know, my favorite way of cooking, of course, is roasting it. I just figured y'all
Why
probably
the
like
hell
boiled
have you been
cabbage.
boiling cabbage when you could have roasted it?
Well, no one said anything. You know, I can cook just about anything. But
Thought
you
all
know,
you knew how to do was
I'll
boil
just keep
cabbage.
cooking the boiled cabbage if that's what you like. I mean, you said you liked it, so I mean that's it.
Oh my god, I can't wait till we get to the boat and I can throw you over. Oh, what? I mean, yeah, roasted cabbage sounds good.
Well, you know, you should like put together some things you like. I mean, you'd be surprised what I can cook. I mean, it's my specialty.
Boiled vegetables are gross.
Fine, well, it's all you got for now, so suck it up. I mean, literally, because it's
Yeah, it's disgusting and yes. Dee Dee, come get your boiled cabbage.
Oh, I can't wait.
He's lying.
But he doesn't like it either. I mean, why don't you people
Nobody
speak
likes
up?
it.
Well, you know, I would say I feel bad, but you did it yourself.
We don't have we don't have much time. We're almost. Wait, we got what? Rest of today. We should get there about noon tomorrow.
Well, what if we were to like, you know, double time it today? Well, you two don't look too good, especially you, Dee Dee. You look like the swamp ass is like setting in.
He walked away from you. He doesn't want to even smell your cabbage.
He told you that the cabbage tasted delicious before he walked away with the bowl, though. So if you'd like to do an insight on that, you can.
I'm pretty sure he's over there dumping it out.
Yep, it's y'all's fault. Should have said something. I ask a question, you should answer it.
I did want the two of you that did yoga, though, even though it wasn't the most zen moment for you, please do make just a wisdom check. It was totally not zen. You got nothing out of that. You have no idea why anybody would want to fucking do it.
I'm gonna knit while everybody's finishing eating, since like my cleanup for my camp is very simple. I'm starting something new.
Right. Well, the knitting is comforting. Dee Dee, I need you to make a wisdom check, please. Your yoga session after the whole debacle with Krillock, once he was done with his flailing, and you finished your session of yoga, you feel like you've kind of realigned your chi. You're feeling the zen flow a little bit better there. So take it back down to 1 point of exhaustion.
I will have packed everything up and clean up my my bowl and put everything back into my my bag.
Okay. All right. So you guys start packing up your camp. Everybody's had your breakfast.
So how was the cabbage? Did I like it? Was it just boiled cabbage?
Yeah, boiled cabbage.
I will let you know that boiled cabbage wasn't nearly as good as the dinner.
Well, it's not really meant to be great. It's just meant to, get us through the day. The meal last night was prepared differently. This is just going.
Well, it
We
does
are
it
eating
does
in a
do that.
swamp.
That is it's pretty
Yeah.
good for swamp food. Could use some carrots though.
Anyone listening in Louisiana, sorry.
What? All right.
Specify south of I-10.
Right, so oh my god, I'm just totally sidetracked now. All right,
We just want to get out of this damn swamp.
you're almost there. You guys aren't enjoying the swamp. That makes me sad. So you head off.
Besides that, I've almost died like 4 times.
I'm assuming in the same typical marching order. Krillock and Lily up front, Lily on Krillock's shoulders, and then the three of you just behind, right?
Yep, and the owl in the air.
Good.
Okay. All right, give me another perception check for the owl. And then I want either one with advantage from Lily Krillock or both of you without advantage, which would put Krillock would be at a disadvantage.
So it'd be a straight roll for her then. So 18
Wait,
works.
no, she's at disadvantage too. Oh
So
boy.
16.
All right. 16. 16's good. 16's good. All right, so not to mention you got the 21 with the owl in the air. You I'm not plotting. Don't take my silence as me plotting.
TBK.
So there's a couple of points where you obviously again run into water that comes up to about shin height, calf height, however you want to say it. But
Knee height.
not quite knee high.
I'm not very tall.
All right, probably knee high.
So wait, is that knee high to them or knee high to us?
No, for you it's about halfway up the shin, which is about knee high for Ari. And I don't know how tall Carrick is. I can't recall.
It'd probably be just below my knee.
Hey,
Secret rolls.
when I said like I had a wagon and a mule and we could have been sitting in the wagon on a road instead of getting water in everybody's boots
How
and
much
not
water do you
sleeping
have in your
well.
boots right now?
Okay,
Where's the
I said
road? And why
everybody
are we
else.
walking on the road right now?
There's no road to the boat.
Well, then
That's why we didn't take the wagon, Lily.
Have you seen a map of? Never mind.
Yes, it's right here.
because if there's a road, I think we should be on the road.
No, I was talking
It's
about
too late for that.
the long way, but this is the short way.
I got to stop and visit somebody anyways. so this actually works out really well. It's like two birds with one stone. See?
Why would two birds have one stone?
Exactly. It's something Lily said earlier. I don't know.
Dee Dee, this here, don't drink it right now. I feel like I have to say that. But
Well, I'm not thirsty, so
no, if something comes, drink this because I feel like you're at a disadvantage and this could help because we haven't been sleeping well.
no, I have not been sleeping well. It's been really. I'm not used to not like having good pillows, a comforter. It's not been good.
It's all right. Last night wasn't good for me either, and normally I'm very accustomed to sleeping in the swamp. This has just been a rough trek for all of us.
So, what is this you're handing me?
So it's you are getting a potion of, oh my gosh, if I could find it. And this only lasts 24 hours. It is
The
a
effects
potion of
or
boldness. You
itself?
add a d4 to any attack roll or saving throw you make for the next minute. So when we actually get into combat, drink it.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's a potion of boldness. You get a d4 to an attack roll or a saving throw, and it lasts a minute.
A D4. Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to find the proper description here. That's why I had to get up and run. I apologize. So your owl comes fluttering back down, attempting to land on your shoulder, missing slightly and having to like retake flight again, and then like coming back, circling back around, and more carefully landing this time. And it appears to be trying to gather your attention.
And I'm going to put my hand on Dee Dee's shoulder and say, "Keep me steady." And I'm going to mentally connect with the owl and say, "Show me." And the bird will take back off to show me what it sees.
I'm gonna gently put my hand like that on his hand on my shoulder.
Even after these days on the road in the swamp, his hand is soft, but at the same time, strong. So
Moisturizer.
So closing one eye and looking through your owl's sight, you can see ahead in what appears to be it's not a clearing, mind you. It's still just like swamp. But there's less canopy overhead from the trees. So there's definitely more light in the area. But what you can see is two lizard folk sort of that are walking. I want you to make for I guess it would be a perception for Carrick. Looking through the bird's eyes, you can see it, but this is more to see what you can discern based off of what you're seeing, if that makes sense.
So I'm not using the perception of what the bird is actually seeing.
You can see it. It's about what you're piecing together in your mind based off of what you see. Okay, so one of them seems to be wearing more of like a tribal garb. It's a short loincloth with it looks like various small animal bones hanging from string around it. It's got a very very bright neck piece on that seems to be made from dyed reeds, some cloth, and it has small bones hanging from it as well, and it seems to have sort of like red face paint. It looks like around its eyes. The other one, however, is much larger than its companion. It looks more primal. It honestly looks sort of like a mixture between what you would imagine a giant crocodile and a lizard folk, where it's walking bipedally, but it just looks to be much more aggressive than its counterpart. It has that aggressive primal look to it.
I will describe this aloud as I'm seeing it live walking, and give the direction of which way is it from us?
Northeasterly.
Are we heading northeasterly?
You've been heading in a more easterly direction, but at this point, it wouldn't be too difficult. You've got solid ground. You could continue going just east, or you could go, northeast.
Okay. Uh, Krillak, have you ever heard of any creatures like this? These lizard folk in this area?
Yes. Not in this area. They killed my parents. I want to kill them.
Oh, what?
Where are they
Those
at?
particular ones killed your parent?
I don't know all of them. They all deserve
Oh, you
to
just
die.
want to. Oh, so you just want to kill them all?
Yes.
I mean,
They tried to
hold
commit
on.
genocide on the island I was hatched on.
Oh, I see. Revenge.
Being that I am from here and I'm proficient in history, can I do a history check and see what I know about these lizards here?
Yeah, you could definitely do a history check. As
Okay.
as a learned halfling, um, you are familiar with the fact that there are bipedal lizard folk, and that they are tribal.
Your schooling did good.
Yeah, it did. I'll just keep it.
Would
to myself.
could I roll a history to see if I have read anything about these particular lizard folk, or maybe the garb that they're wearing, to know more about this particular one, especially the one that is
Yeah. Are you proficient in history?
I am proficient in history.
Then certainly.
Well, that's not very good. That's a 10.
No, the garb itself appears to be shamanistic, but you're not really. It doesn't have any sort of like markings of deities that you're familiar with.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's where we're going to go, I mean, I think we'd be best to keep heading east and avoid them. But if you're going to go that way without us, I guess we have no choice but to go with you.
I prefer they avoid them, but if we must seek vengeance,
Are you sure that's the way you want to go? With, I mean, we don't know if these are the ones that did this.
They're all the ones that did this.
I mean, you guys were kind enough to let me tag along.
I mean, should we try to talk to them and maybe see something, or are we
Talk
just
to
going
them?
in?
Talk to them?
Well, I don't really know a whole lot about them. So.
No. We kill them. There's no talking with these savages.
But how do we not know these might be like, they weren't cool with what was going on and they wanted to go on their own and live a normal life.
Lizard folk think they're better than everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are. They feel like everybody is derived from them, and everybody who was weak left the swamps and became what they are now.
Oh, well.
And everybody's inferior to them.
But we're in the swamps, so wouldn't that mean that
we couldn't hack it in the swamps, so we left the swamps, and that's why we are what we are today.
so confusing?
didn't that turtle thing say like they've been getting more aggressive too? So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the thing with the water in the head. Yeah.
yeah, I think like
Kappa made it very clear.
I don't think there's
He
going to
did.
be any reasoning with these. I think that we're going to either have to sneak around or just face them
Murder
and
'em.
deal with it.
Well, let me make sure there's no more in the area. 1 second. I'm going to reconnect with the bird. I'm going to do like a fly, like a circle that's going to get larger and larger and make sure there's no more in the area. And then go back and fly over. I guess it's a little village that they're in. A little. What are they in? Are they just in like a little hut in the middle of the swamp?
They're not even in a hut. They seem to have been walking parallel, like easterly, where you guys are. They're a little bit farther out now, so it's a little bit harder to see them because your telepathy, where you can see through its eyes, I think is limited by 100 feet. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can still see them, but it seems like they're moving towards the east, but they're just a little bit farther north than where you guys are at.
Do they appear to be tracking us? Like do they appear to notice that we are where we are?
No, they're still moving towards the east, and I think you said that you guys had stopped where you were, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit more of a gap between the two of you at this point, but they're heading basically in the same direction, parallel, just a little bit farther north. And they're still moving, so they don't seem to have noticed anything at this point.
Okay, all right. I'll break the connection with the owl, and I'm going to let Krillak know. Well, they are that way. They're sort of northeast of us and moving at a regular pace. So if we're going to catch them, we're going to need to go quick. They're probably maybe 300-400 feet. No. How far ahead of us are they?
That's a good estimation, about 300-400 feet.
Yeah, they're about 300-400 feet that way. So they're not far. We could easily catch up with them, but that's the direction.
Krillic, I really enjoy your company and like you as a being. But do you think we can subdue them, or I want to get help you with your parents.
Do we have a chicken?
No, I don't have a chicken. No. If I had chicken, I would have already eaten it.
Because we could lure them away with a chicken. They would chase after the chicken. They're
They
all
don't
about
sound that
food.
smart.
No, they like food.
I don't have any live food. I didn't really bring
It doesn't have to be alive.
vision.
I could
I
try
could've
to
been.
make a noise of a chicken.
I don't know if that would work because then they would just come and eat you.
Well, I could talk to them, and then I could find out if they had.
We
anything to
already
do
said that
with
they're becoming more
turning
feral.
them.
We're not going to be able to talk to these
Well,
things.
you have to give them the benefit of a doubt. They might not be that. They might get tired of being in the barbaric way.
I'll tell you what, you go talk to them.
I mean, I have no problem talking to people.
My people tried talking to them. Guess what happened to them? They're dead. That's why we left and came to Hanana.
Well, they're headed to Hanada. I mean, they're headed east like we are.
That's why we need to kill them.
Well, you know what? Let's just continue heading that way, and when we get there, if Didi, if you want to try to talk to him, you certainly can, and we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm just saying.
In the meantime,
if I can go talk to him, and I can try to get the information. And if you guys see it going south, I'm sure that's more than a distraction of me talking to them. They wouldn't be paying attention, to surroundings. Maybe, I don't know. If someone's talking to me, I'm looking at them, as just respectful.
I mean, you'll probably be more tasty than any of us.
I don't know. I haven't really got my
It doesn't matter.
really well.
Your insides are what they're going for.
Oh. thought you were kind of giving me a compliment. Okay.
Well, obviously, I'm a little tougher meal. You look at the other three here; they're not very big snacks. You'd be their ideal meal.
Well, I want to help you as much as I can, but
Like I said, you can talk to them all you want. It's never gonna work.
How close are we to them now?
Oh well, it's important for me to ask at this point. So you're having a conversation while you're moving. Are you trying to gain on them while having a conversation, or are you trying to keep the same distance while having a conversation?
I wouldn't. I don't think we would have sped up.
I would be steering us towards them.
Okay, so you're not really.
I don't know what his pace is then. So
I mean, I'm. I want
And
to
you,
kill him.
well, the main reason that I'm asking is because you're talking at a conversational level. It appears. So if you're keeping your voices down, it's one thing, or if you're not trying to close the gap, it makes a difference there.
I'm thinking like if in Krillok's mind, if he wants to actually engage with him and he knows we're getting closer, he would be as we're getting closer trying to bring his level down.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure of. I wanted to make sure you weren't trying to like obviously make your presence known in order to lure them to you instead. Okay. So
I want to be the one to attack them before they come onto us.
they're moving at a pretty they're not in a hurry to get where they're going. They seem to be just walking together towards the east. Um if you check back in, you can make another perception check with your owl. Um they're
Yep.
they're
It's
not
all right.
speaking in giant.
I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to close my thing. Sorry.
You're good. Are you wanting to make another perception with the owl?
Oh yes, yes. I will make another perception with the owl.
Okay.
I will be following along with the owl.
Okay. All right. So it appears to just be the two of them still. They don't seem to be conversing, but they don't seem to be moving at a fast pace either. So you have managed to close the gap. You're probably closer to 200 feet at this point, as opposed to the 300 to 400 that you were.
I have a passive of 13, so I don't know if it makes a difference.
Well, the owl has advantage on perceptions for sight and hearing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So so you don't see anything else. They don't seem to be talking. They're just kind of walking to the east at
I did roll a 60.
not a rushed pace.
Okay, I'll let them know that they're continuing to walk in the same direction, and we're about 200 feet out now. I'll say it quiet so that it doesn't get heard.
Ari, give me your hand real quick, please. And I
I
reach down
will
to take
give
Ari's,
her my hand because
and
why not?
I'm casting Long Strider on Ari.
All right. All right, you feel even the sucking mud of the swamp is not holding your feet. You feel like you are much more light of foot than you were before.
Ah, very nice.
Whatever we're gonna do, we need to do it within the hour.
so
Why, thank you.
do you? I mean, I feel like we should talk to them.
I can't stress this enough, Didi. There is no talking to him.
Okay, fine. Let
How
me
many-
talk.
Go ahead. Go. All right.
But listen,
you're
if
gonna get eaten.
well, if you sense that it's not going the way you think, or not the way I think it could go, then guys should be able to move into. I'm very fast. I can get in and out of places really easily.
All right. If you really want to try and talk to him,
I just think there could be another thing. Maybe they know who exactly did kill your parents. I mean, wouldn't you rather know that?
I'd rather them all be dead.
Well, you know what? Okay.
But fair
I
enough.
tried.
All right, fair enough. No, no. If you want to go talk to him, go talk to him. You might want to bring him in a little bit closer, though. And we'll hide over here in the bushes.
So I'll pick it up my pace.
Okay.
You know,
when
still
he
try to.
when he starts to talk to him, we'll hide.
Okay.
That way,
Right.
we can try to get within like 60 feet or so of him before we stop.
Okay. Let me do this way then. I'm Dee. I'm gonna put you within a distance that they would notice you, and just passively notice you.
Okay.
I'm gonna put everyone else behind, and then I'm going to. I'm gonna put you all down here in the corner. It's just a placeholder for the moment because we're not gonna be on this map for long. We're gonna probably
Be-
call it here in just a minute, but.
Before I would venture off, I'd ask Krillok what were his parents' names.
I didn't know my parents. They died before I was able to really know them.
So, how am I supposed to know what to ask them?
Asked them if they were on the snout.
On the snout. On
Yep.
the snout. What was the snout?
That's where I'm from.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How does that narrow down who was who?
They killed almost everybody on the snout.
Okay.
My father's name was Kilowog.
Kilowog. Okay.
My mother's name was. So it's hard.
It's okay. I think I'm good with Kilowog. That's a
Tendra.
Tender. Okay. Okay.
Cannon.
Now, if only they asked the people's names before they killed them.
All right.
Hey, don't. Hey, hindsight. Okay.
Okay.
And hopefully he speaks Draconic.
So Dee has pressed forward. I'm going to share what is visible ahead.
They speak Draconic. Fuck.
The shaman.
Let's see.
Well, shoot, I was hoping they looked a little bit more fragile than that.
All right, there we go. Okay, so you can see this hulking behemoth of what is a lizard folk. Now, Krillok, I would say you could probably you should be able to see at this point as well, but the vegetation is more dense than it appears on this map. But for the sake of movement, I left quite a bit of it open there. This would be about the point, Krillok, where you would be able to catch visual of these particular lizard folk. Dee about the same as you come around that tree, and you're familiar with lizard folk, but you have never seen anything like this hulking behemoth of a lizard before. It's not something that you've heard of. The other one fits the typical description of a lizard folk, but this other creature does not look normal. It's an unnatural appearance for lizard folk that you're aware of.
Holy shit, that one's huge.
And so Dee, we can go ahead with what your plan is here. I know you have your helm, your headband, right?
Yeah, I got my helm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so have they noticed me?
You're in a noticeable noticeable distance at this point. but they're still walking towards the east. You imagine it's probably just a matter of time at this point before they see you. So if you want to take the first move to initiate what I'm saying, you can.
Okay. How far? Like, okay, they're okay. I see them now.
Check your HPs as well, because I see that Dee Dee's got the temporary hit points, but I'm seeing Krillock at 31 and 36 for some reason.
My max is. Oh wait.
I just put my 5 on.
Mine
Okay.
says
Okay, so they're 15 feet from me now, right?
Yeah, so you've pushed forward about 15 feet ahead of everybody else, 15, 20 feet.
I don't know why my plus isn't coming up, but it's there on my sheet.
you have to make your current HP plus 5 and leave your hit point maximum at where it normally is.
Okay. So I'm gonna move. Hold on, I screwed that totally up. I'm gonna move 15 up, and they're all hidden, correct? I'm looking back; they're all hidden.
As he moves, Lily is going to take a step forward.
And I am going to drink the potion. I think it was called Potion of Bull
Um,
or something like that. I don't know.
Bold.
Bold. Okay.
All
Did I
right.
get that wrong?
Now, don't forget that you can use that in combat as I think we said bonus action is potions, because normally it's like an action to use an item. But you could drink that in combat as a bonus action because that potion only lasts for 1 minute. So if you want to drink it now,
Oh,
and then it just a forewarning, because if it only lasts a minute and you drink it now and then you talk for a minute, it would be gone.
okay. No, then I won't drink it. I forgot that it was a minute.
Okay. I need to actually I'm going to make handouts before the next session for all of her potions so that I can just kind of put them in there so you guys can see what it is that you got. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm just gonna say hello, and like just do a little wave.
They stop, and the smaller one turns, and as a grin sort of spreads across its face, its tongue flicks out of its mouth as it's tasting the air, and it looks back at you, and it just says, "Hello." The other one opens its mouth, its toothy maw, and lets out a roar. And you see as the smaller one kind of turns back over to the larger one and says, "Swanya, dinner is served."
Okay, so they responded to my hello in common.
No. You understand it.
Oh,
But
so he answered back in whatever language they're talking. Okay, but they understood me.
yeah, seems so. They said hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Hey, I had a question. Have you guys ever been to Stout?
Do we understand what's going on?
The only thing that you would be aware of from there, I would think, is that you heard the roar, and you can probably hear Dee Dee, but I don't think you'd be able to hear the lizard folk speaking.
Right.
And it's just the lizard folk looks over at you, Dee Dee, as the larger one starts to take a step forward in your direction, and you just sort of the only thing that you hear from the smaller one at this point is, "Ah, look, it thinks it's people." And then that's where we're gonna call the session tonight.
Damn it.
Because it's after midnight. Yay! Look,
Fun.
it's 2 sessions and we haven't had combat yet. You guys get to start with it next time. Ba-da-ba-da.
We did have combat. People tried to drown themselves.
Whoa! I
Well,
did
that
not
did count.
try to drown anyone or
I
myself.
swung at something.
And would have killed it had it not been underwater, I think. No, it would have came out with like 1 hit point if it hadn't been underwater. But anyway, thanks guys for playing. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for those that watched. We had fun. We hope that you enjoyed it. And next week, I'm updating the calendar on puffinsofdoom.com for our games so they're easier to track. I know that this Thursday at 8, I think, Eastern time is what we're shooting for. We're going to be starting a new game with Pippi as our DM. So with Pippi as our DM, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing some throwback with some old characters that we all love and enjoy, and we're going to actually hit a little bit closer to their roots. We're going to do a little bit of prequel storying, which is always fun. So we're looking forward to the goblins coming back, this time on a tabletop setting. And then next Monday, I'm going to be moving this game back to its normal start time of 8 o'clock. So all hail King Jareth. Long may he reign.
Hail!
So thanks everyone, and we'll see you again either later this week or next week.
Bye-bye.